Hey everyone, welcome to Throwing Rod's Garage. In this video, I'm going to be working on my 2004 Yamaha Roadstar Midnight Edition. Now this thing doesn't need to be cleaned up, it's pretty dirty, but it does need a fuel pump. The fuel pump is sporadic, it comes on and off when it wants to, and we don't have a whole lot of power underneath higher RPM. And behind this little cover here is the fuel pump and the fuel filter. Now, looking at that fuel filter, it looks like it's pretty nasty as well. But you can turn the key on and you'll hear it. Nope, didn't want to click on that time. Usually it'll just go tick, 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 and that's the end of it. Now, I know it's probably got a pressure regulator or whatnot, but it absolutely does not like to stay on. And at higher RPMs, it likes to cut out. So I'm gonna try putting a new fuel pump on, new fuel filter, and possibly go down the road and see how it does. So when you're pulling the fuel pump off, you can lift it up. This little rubber mount sits on this little metal piece here. And go ahead and make sure that you rip your fuel line so you can make a wonderful mess where you have to work. Now, of course, I didn't want to drain the fuel tank because my fuel gauge is not working and I want to figure out why. Plus, this fuel sat in this tank for a few months now. Now, I know the fuel won't go bad, but this fuel tank needed to have a good chance of getting flushed out, per se, because it has sat for a long time. In one of my previous videos, I'll put the first video that I made with this bike in the description so you guys can watch if you want to. Okay, with the old fuel pump out, let's go ahead and get the new one installed over here on this little bracket here with the heat shield behind it. And everything seems to match up. The fuel lines come all out the same way. Now the fuel lines that are actually on the motorcycle itself, they're fine. That goes to the carburetor. They look like that one's been replaced, and this one looks like it's been replaced before, but this guy, I may have to find a new one because it tore right here at the end, and it's pretty, solidified, this whole hose is, but this one is nice and malleable. This one is as well, so I'm gonna have to look for a new hose and definitely a new fuel filter. So I have the new fuel filter put in place. I ordered a new fuel filter. So after ordering the fuel filter, I realized I might as well, since I'm this deep in here already, I ordered a whole fuel line kit and a brand new petcock because my fuel would not shut off. So, might as well just get it all new, then I don't have to worry about it. But I had to order it, so it's gonna be a few days. So I will see you guys soon. Well everyone, I'm back, and it's been a few days. I got a whole bunch of little parts down here. There is a new petcock, new fuel sending unit to tell me how much fuel is in this old hog. My boy, we're working on his Jeep together, and so he's off back there somewhere behind the shop, picking up some parts out of the parts Jeep. But anyhow, now I have to pull the fuel tank, and I've already disconnected the battery. There's a bolt back here, which sits on this part. I've already broke it loose, so I'm gonna sit down here with the rest of it. You have to pull off these little Allen bolts, and this pulls off this face, the speedo, put it off the side gently, and there should be, let's see, another bolt right, I don't know if you guys can see it. There's another 10 millimeter on both sides that hold the tank. The fuel line is still disconnected. The new fuel pump is in place. Fuel filter, I've already routed the new fuel line from the fuel pump to the fuel filter, and then from the fuel pump to the carburetor. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get the fuel tank off, and we'll start tearing out the fuel sending unit. Now that we're up on my freezer workbench, I got the new petcock sitting here with the new screws. It takes a number 3 Phillips. And then the new sending unit, it takes a 10 millimeter, which is just sitting right here on the bottom of the tank. It's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, you just pull out the two Phillips screws, pulls out the petcock, replace the seal, make sure your mating surfaces are nice and clean. Same with the fuel level gauge sending unit. And I'm gonna clean up the bottom of this tank as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and slap those parts on because it's kind of boring to sit here and watch it. Yeah, that one is definitely no good. Hopefully it's not filthy down in the tank. It seems pretty clean right up here. But yeah, I'm gonna clean up that surface really well. There we have it. New petcock, new sending unit. It's all put back in place. The bottom of the tank is a little cleaner. Now the one thing I'm going to mention that I had to use the old float, which was perfectly fine because the new float is square. The other one had more of a rounded edges. So in order to fit it down in the little hole, see, that's about the shape that the other float was. It was more of a round other than square. So no big deal. Now with the fuel tank on, all I have left to do is run this last fuel line from the petcock to the fuel filter, add some fuel, and see if she starts. Well, fuel is filled back up. I put about 5 gallons in it. And fuel petcock is on. Let's hear how the fuel pump sounds. Perfect. Fuel gauge still shows empty. That's wonderful. Well, let's see if it starts anyways. Still too cold. That's a bummer about that. Win some and lose some. At least it runs. All right, there was a little bit of junk buildup inside the carburetor, so I took the cover off and did the old school while it's running full choke. Put my hand over the carburetor while I'm throttling it, let it off, take the choke off, do that a couple times, fires right up. Here, I'll show you. Fires up a lot better now. This is with the choke off. Pretty close to being ready for a nice ride, even though it's raining outside. You can't see, but it's raining. Sir, you said I was too loud. I think you're too loud. Yeah, you got all the dash lights working. Yeah. I don't understand why the high beam stays on, but that's okay. Well, everyone, that's probably it for this video. I just wanted to do the fuel sending unit, which doesn't work. I'll have to look into that, but it's getting late at night and it's full on fuel, so I'm going to ride it around and get the fuel level low before I drain all the fuel back out and pull the fuel tank back off again. But starts up, runs, pretty decent. I wish I could go for a test drive, but it is raining. But anyhow, I appreciate you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.